Hello students, myself Vinti Rai. Today we are going to study about synthesis of plant food other than carbohydrates. Earlier classes we study plant make food in the form of carbohydrates, okay? But now we are going to teach you, I am going to teach you what other than carbohydrates the plant make as a food. You have just learned that plants synthesis carbohydrates through the process of photosynthesis. Carbohydrates are made by carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. These are used to synthesis other components of food such as protein and fats. Let's see the composition, students, let's see the composition of carbohydrates. These are carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. These components are also used to make other food substance like proteins and fats. But proteins are nitrogenous substance and which can contain nitrogen, from where to the plants obtain nitrogen. Plants make proteins and fats also with the help of carbohydrates, but one problem arises in front of plant: how they arrange nitrogen, because protein is a nitrogenous substance. Let's see how plant get nitrogen. Recall that nitrogen is present in abundance in gaseous form in the air. In previous classes, you already studied about the composition of air, and there you have seen nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, and in a small amount neon and argon also present. So let's think, do plants take nitrogen from our air? Let's see from where. Plants cannot absorb nitrogen in this form. No, plant can't take nitrogen in the gaseous form. Okay, let's see then from how plants take nitrogen. Soil has certain bacteria that convert gaseous nitrogen into a usable form and release it into the soil. Yes, the main way that from where plants take nitrogen is from the soil. And in soil what bacteria are present, and these bacteria convert the nitrogen gas into the usable form, okay, and then release it into the soil, and from soil our plant gets nitrogen. You might have seen farmer adding fertilizers rich in nitrogen to the soil, and also you must have seen farmers, they use fertilizer and mix fertilizer in the soil. That fertilizer are also rich in nitrogen. So in this way also plant take nitrogen and complete their requirement and make protein and vitamins. Now let's see the other topic, other mode of nutrition in plants. There are some plants which don't have chlorophyll, they cannot synthesize food, and how do they survive, from where they derive nutrition. Let's see some earlier this topic we studied about the plants which have chlorophyll. Okay, their no matter their color is different, but still they have chlorophyll. That's why they complete process of photosynthesis, and through the process of photosynthesis they get their nutrients. But now I'm going to teach you the plants which don't have chlorophyll. That is clear, they don't have chlorophyll. Then question arise in your mind also, how do they survive and from where they derive nutrition. Okay, like humans and animals such as plants depend on the food produced by the other plant, they use the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Look, this type of plants also depend on the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. And what is the heterotrophic mode of nutrition? Heterotrophic mode of nutrition means the nutrients which are taken from the other person, other organism, are called heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Look at figure 1.5. Do you see a yellow wiry branched structure stringing around the stem and branches of a tree? This is the plant called Cascuta and also called Amarbel. It does not have chlorophyll. It takes ready-made food from the plant on which it is climbing. Yes, they use heterotrophic mode of nutrients. You know what is heterotrophic mode of nutrient? Just I taught you the nutrients which are taken by the help of other is called heterotrophic nutrients. Look, the figure 1.5 is given. See first of all the figure. That is the figure. Some yellow wiry branches, some yellow wiry branched structure stringing around the stem and branch of a tree. Okay, and this plant is called Cascuta. This plant is called Cascuta and also called Amarbel. It does not have chlorophyll. Its color is also yellow and it's not have chlorophyll, so it not make their food by themselves. That's why it depend on the ready-made food that is for that he get from the host plant. The plant on which climb is called the host, since it deprives the host of valuable nutrients. Mean to say, you must have seen some trees on which yellow wiry branched structure like plant that that is yellow in color, and it doesn't have chlorophyll. That's why it's depend on the other plant for their food, and it take food and nutrients from the host plant on which they spread. This plant is known as Cascuta, and this is also called parasite because it depends on the other. Mean to say, the organism, this is the new word for you. I am teaching you what is parasite. The organism which depends on other for their nutrients are called parasites. Are we and other animals also kind of parasites? You should think about it and discuss with your teacher. Yes, of course, the organism I taught you just the organism which depend on the other for their nutrients, of course they are called parasite. We are also called parasite, and some animals also called parasite, and in plant also this Cuscuta is also called parasite. Pelly wants to know whether mosquito, bedbugs, lice and leeches that suck our blood are also parasite. Yes, these are also parasite because it sucks the blood of others for their nutrients. But one thing more, the mosquito. Female mosquitoes, I want to tell you, I want to teach, female mosquitoes take suck blood of human, but still these are not parasite because they suck blood for their reproduction, not for their nutrition. Mean to say, if any organism take blood from others for their nutrients, then only they are called parasite. But female mosquitoes, for their reproduction, they need blood of human, so it is not come in the column of parasite. Have you seen or heard of plant that can eat animals? There are a few plants which can trap insects and digest them. Is it not amazing? Such plants may be green or of some other colors. Yes, of course, in our world some plants are present which depends on insect for fulfilling their food. Mean to say they digest insect other animals. They digest other animals. It is not amazing. It is possible. And no matter it which color is what is the color of this plant, no matter. Look at the plant in figure 1.6. The picture like jug like structure is the modified part of the leaf. See the see the figure of 1.6. This is called pitcher plant. Pitcher plant. Pitcher means earthen pot. Its leaves look like earthen pots or jug like structure. That's why it is called pitcher plant. The apex of the leaf form a lid which can open or and close the mouth of the pitcher. And what is the apex? See this is the leaf of this plant, and apex of this leaf, one lid is given. It can close and open. Inside the pitcher there are hairs which are directed downwards. When an insect inside in the pitcher, the lid closes and the trapped insect get entangled into the hair. The lid closes and the insect is trapped. The insect is digested by the digestive juice secreted in the pitcher, and its nutrients are absorbed. Such insect-eating plants are called insectivorous plant. Let's see this diagram. When insect lands on this leaf, then it entangled in the hairs which are present in this leaf and trapped, and this leaf also secrete digestive juice. With the help of this digestive juice, plant digested this insect and take nutrients from the insect. That's why this plant is called insectivorous plant, because it digests insect for fulfilling their nutrients. It is possible that such plants don't get all the required nutrients from the soil in which they grow. क्या ये possible है? Tell me. Let's see. Buzo is confused. If the pitcher plant is green and carries out photosynthesis, then why does it feed on insect? Let's see why it take insect. It is green and also it has chlorophyll. Yes, of course it is green and it has chlorophyll, and also it completes the process of photosynthesis, but still they need other also nutrients to grow properly. Because see why pitcher plant trap insect. See, it grow on the marshy land, and this land it is deficient of nitrogen. So for fulfilling their requirement of nitrogen, it traps the insect, and from insect it get nitrogen. Okay, it take their nutritions from the photosynthesis, but for fulfilling the requirement of nitrogen, it trap insects. Okay, that is clear. That's why it is called insectivorous plants. Okay, thank you students. In next videos I teach you about the saprotrophs. Okay, thank you.